Welcome back to Signal Zero, your situation report for July 28, 2025. In this episode, we break down the week's events, from extreme weather and environmental anomalies to geopolitical tensions and technological disruptions. As always, our goal isn't to scare, but to observe patterns, test narratives, and uncover the signals beneath the noise. These updates are designed to be bite-sized, 15 to 20 minutes of focused insight, giving you the essential information without the clutter. Europe continues to wrestle with unprecedented heat. Spain's southern regions hit 44 degrees, forcing emergency evacuations in Seville, Malaga, and Cadiz. Wildfires tore through hundreds of hectares, consuming homes, farms, and nature reserves. What's unusual is not just the intensity, but the frequency. Lightning strikes in Italy's national parks sparked fires in areas that historically see few incidents in summer. Smoke blanketed cities from Madrid to Rome, with air quality reaching hazardous levels. Meteorologists cite heat waves and dry conditions, but patterns of lightning and fire spread are sparking curiosity. Could there be factors beyond the usual weather models influencing these extreme events? The data is worth watching. North America isn't immune. California's wildfire season surged ahead of schedule, with 2,500 hectares burned in days. Evacuations disrupted tens of thousands of residents, and smoke drifted across the West Coast, even affecting states far from the fires. Reports surfaced of cloud seeding operations in neighboring regions, planes releasing silver iodide into the atmosphere to induce rainfall. While intended to alleviate drought, some researchers note that these interventions can have unintended effects, potentially influencing fire behavior. Meanwhile, in Canada, Alberta faced severe flooding along the Athabasca River. Thousands were displaced, and infrastructure damage raised questions about whether urban planning, climate anomalies, or experimental water management played a role. In Asia, the monsoon season brought widespread destruction. Nepal's hills experienced deadly landslides, while Bangladesh and India reported record river levels, forcing mass evacuations. China's Sichuan province saw flash floods wash out roads and bridges, leaving communities cut off. Satellite imagery shows patterns in river overflow and soil erosion that are not entirely consistent with historical flood data. While these are naturally influenced by rainfall, some observers are questioning whether environmental manipulation, infrastructure miscalculations, or experimental hydrology projects could contribute to unexpected severity. Geopolitically, Ukraine remains a focal point. Drone activity intensified around Zaporizhzhia, and Russia reportedly deployed new electronic warfare systems disrupting Ukrainian supply lines. NATO convened emergency strategy sessions, emphasizing readiness and coordination. Analysts note the simultaneity of these moves across multiple theaters raises questions. Are these purely reactive, or part of a deliberate signal in global strategy? Meanwhile, the Middle East experienced flare-ups along the Israel-Gaza corridor, Iran conducted naval exercises in the Gulf of Oman, and North Korea launched medium-range missiles into the Sea of Japan, prompting alerts in Tokyo and Washington. Sudan also saw renewed factional fighting, further destabilizing the region. Observers are noting a pattern. Tensions rise across multiple regions simultaneously, suggesting that there may be more than coincidence at play. On the technological front, AI continues to shape global events. Labs in Europe and the US announced new predictive models capable of forecasting climate anomalies and market shifts. Cybersecurity incidents surged, with ransomware campaigns targeting supply chains in Asia and government networks in Europe. Analysts suggest these may test systemic vulnerabilities, human response patterns, or even global reaction protocols. These developments raise questions about the role of AI in shaping not just information, but real-world outcomes. Environmental anomalies are also significant in the polar regions. Antarctic ice melt accelerated in multiple locations, with satellite data showing ice calving events larger than expected. Scientists warn about rising sea levels, but some events' timing and location do not align with standard climate projections. Whether this is natural variability or something influenced by unknown interventions is still uncertain, but the patterns are important to track. Meanwhile, economically, global markets reacted to these events. European energy prices spiked due to wildfires affecting supply chains. Asian agriculture markets adjusted for flood damage, while US insurance and wildfire response costs soared. Analysts note that these market movements, combined with geopolitical tension, show how interconnected global systems are and how quickly disruptions can propagate across borders. Even the skies tell a story. Reports of unusual cloud formations over parts of Europe and Asia, coupled with satellite anomalies, fuel questions about cloud seeding, weather modification experiments, and atmospheric research programs. While most of these remain speculative, observing them carefully is part of understanding the bigger picture. So what does this all mean for us? Extreme heat, wildfires, floods, and infrastructure collapse demonstrate human vulnerability. Rising geopolitical tension, technological disruption, and economic volatility reveal systems that are complex, interlinked, and sometimes opaque. Patterns across environmental disasters, diplomacy, and technology demand attention. They remind us to stay discerning, observe critically, and ask the questions others may avoid. Romans 12:2 reminds us, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Observation, reflection, and discernment are essential tools to navigate an increasingly complex and unpredictable world. July 28, 2025. The signals are clear, the patterns emerge, and our responsibility remains. Stay alert, stay grounded, and stay discerning. That's your situation report for July 28th. Keep watching the skies, studying the patterns, and seeking truth in a world full of noise.